Hey folks, Sean C. Davis here, and it is time for another Project Strawberry update. This is v0.4, and I haven't had a chance to let Elliot play with it yet, so I don't have any feedback, but I did want to share where we are. So let's take a look. All right, I am going to start a new game here just so we can see what this experience is about. And you know what? Maybe we'll start a new game, but do it in a way where we can come back to it again in the future. All right, lots of updates here. So first off, we see that we now have, I can't go up there without the thing falling down. Okay, we have multiple tools. We got a couple new tools. We got a hoe and a bucket. And we've introduced the concept of growing as well. And we've got a couple other things happening here. So I'm going to go into super speed mode so that we can see a few things and see how this all works. So the first thing is, by default, there are the strawberries over here, and you notice that some of the trees have some nuts on them. So one thing we have to do is, now to collect, we have to go with the hand tool, and I got to come over here and collect these nuts, collect those nuts. And another thing that we can do here, well, I'll show you this in a minute, but I'm gonna pick up a few strawberries first. All right, so now we can see I have 4 nuts. I collected 2 from one tree, 2 from another, and I have 18 strawberry seeds. So what I can do is I can create a new strawberry patch by first tilling the soil to make it ready to plant. So I can choose my hoe tool, and then we chop from long grass to medium grass, short grass, and then eventually we get the soil. Now, I was having some issues with like how this action target thing is working, and so we can hold shift now, and I can move it around, and so I don't have to move my person. All right, so I've got this patch of 4, and it's just random. It's picking random tiles for now. But what I can do is now that I have seeds, I can come here and I can plant seeds. And it says space to plant a strawberry seed, E to plant a nut. So let's plant a nut there. And up here, let's plant a strawberry seed. And over here, let's plant some strawberry seeds. And up here, we'll plant another nut. Now, nothing is going to happen by default, and so we've built in the concept of both time but also tending as well. So you need to water, and it's not crazy hard. It's just basically like the time that it takes for a seed to get to the next stage and for the plant to continue to grow. You need to water it. And so here, let's see, I can water that. I can pick up enough to water 3 tiles at one time. So let's go back here again, and we can see water is 3 out of 3. And so we'll plant these. Now, trees take a long time. So this demo is not going to be long enough for us to see a tree grow. In fact, I haven't even played it long enough to see a tree grow. And we can see over here, it seemed like they're growing again automatically. So that's something that I need to play around with to see, all right, why are those automatically regenerating? But what we should see is at the 12-hour mark, after adding water, we'll see these strawberries. Okay, so now we've got strawberry flowers, but to have them continue to grow, we then need to add some water to them. So we're gonna do that. And then in another 12 hours, so right around 5 a.m. or so, then we should see them turn into, I think strawberries will be the next phase, and then we can harvest those, and then we'll go back to the bare plant. And really, I'm actually noticing a bug now, which is we were supposed to go to the bare plant first, so that grows. We get the little sapling, and then we get the plant with the flowers, and then we get the plant with the fruit, and we can harvest the fruit. Now trees, you can still do the same sort of thing where you can, oh, okay, so that was just the blank tree. Aha, it was that way. All right, so we gotta fill up some water. Those were the flowers. We can still cut down trees because We need to be able to ruin the environment in some way. The one thing is you have to go back to the hand tool now to pick up the lumber, but that behavior is still in place. And then you can still build your bridge tool if you want. And actually, one thing I haven't tried is, can I pick up? You cannot water where there is a bridge. So we're going to undo the bridge. We have undo. I don't recall if we had that one last time. And there we go. And now we got some strawberries. And so I can go and I can harvest those. We go back to the bare plant, and then we would have to water that again for them to get very far. Okay, so this actually is working properly. These haven't grown at all because they haven't been watered yet. So just a few small changes, but what we're doing here, and I think I probably said this during the last update, but we're providing those foundational rules that we can build off of and eventually build this out into a really cool, massive thing with lots of little nuances. But at first, we just need those basic rules in place, and we'll go from there. And my hope is that every release, so to speak, really just gets bigger and bigger and more powerful, and we get some interesting things to play around with. Of course, I think we'll end up at a point where we're hitting little rough edges here and there, but I'm really excited for this one. I'm really excited for Elliot to tinker around with this tomorrow and see what she has to say. And actually, right on cue, we've got a little sapling tree right there. All right, cool. Thank you all for watching. Sean C. Davis. See you for v0.5 next time.